Hello, this is Cheryl Rose coming to you today and saying I am here in the studio and I am just updating everybody on all that's been happening while we are still under quarantine. The refrigerator is not the center of attention anymore. I think we are the center of attention. And if you would like, I would enjoy you looking at some of the Spreaker happenings that have been going on. The immortal Mr. Floppy, Jblue Sanders, someone that I have found to be the most talented, interesting, and up-and-coming creative talent that I had the privilege of being interviewed by and allowing me to interview him and also to do some psychic work on his interview. And he's all the way out there in beautiful San Jose. You know the way to San Jose. Remember who sang that one? Dionne Warwick. Yep. Made that one into a hit that I cannot get out of my head right now. But if you would like to and listen to, this guy has worked on Straight Outta Compton. He's worked with Ice Cube. He's worked with more people than I can even start to think about in the rap sector. But he's nobody's fool, folks. Listen to our broadcast together on Spreaker and see how we are coming together and bringing you more better and better content. But here I am talking about what's going on with everybody in their homes still. It's springtime in the New York metro area. The weather is starting to become more beautiful, and I am starting to see a lot more people going out, walking, riding their bikes, doing things that people usually do in the springtime. But we still have to follow the rules, guys, masks, gloves, the social distancing, Just pretend that everybody you know or see has crabs or some type of syphilis, and you'll have no problem remembering the 15 or 6 feet you have to stand in between, okay? And pretend that you're dressing up to be a surgeon for the rest of your life, and that should be easy enough too. Don't forget your mask. And you know what's so funny is I do see a lot of people being very kind towards one another. They're not shouting and yelling obscenities at one another from behind the wheel of a car, They're giving the other person in front of them a break if they don't hit the gas as soon as it turns green. Becoming a little bit more down home human, because we all realize that life is changing. We are dealing, but we also must thank our first responders and all forms of first responders, from the doctors, nurses, police, fire, volunteers. And those volunteers, of course, I can't say enough of. But we also pray for those who are in the hospital sick, that they may be healed very quickly and come home to be with their loved ones. And I do understand what it means to pray for those who are not well. Those relatives cannot see their relatives in the hospital. Realize what's happening. If you have a sick relative in the hospital, you can't go see that relative, okay? That's something that's quite different. And for those who have passed, they have the perpetual white light shining around them. And I am truly sorry for those family members who have lost loved ones. And please, I always say, give it up to God. We have to have our faith front and center, because soon we're going to emerge. We have to look forward to that wonderful day. Little by little, we shall emerge from our cubby holes as better people, work on ourselves, goal set, as I always promote, but start listening to some of the podcasts that I've been making with some other collaborators. They're interesting, and some funny stuff's coming. There's a lot more going to happen with Let's Talk with Cheryl Rose. We're going to get music coming on. we're going to have the YouTube uploads, and I will be on YouTube, which is Cheryl Rose Spirit Guidance on my YouTube channel, doing more videos. And if you want to reach me, 201-708-3841 is still the number. Email me, CherylRose1966@gmail.com, and I have been responding to most of you, if not each one of you, in some way, shape, or form. Keep the questions coming and keep the comments flowing. I appreciate that, and I always respond. Okay, 201-708-3841, Cheryl Rose 1966@gmail.com. You can find me also on Twitter or Facebook. Cheryl Rose, Facebook. There's so many Cheryl Roses, it's too many people to even find now. I think they all took the name Cheryl Rose. Well, you'll find me sooner or later. If you Google me, you'll see exactly where you can find Cheryl Rose. Just Google. You'll find me anywhere you'd like. However, we have some guests coming up in this following week. I'm not going to tell you who. You have to wait for the surprises. But those who I have made contact with from the far, far, far past, from my childhood youth. Growing up. Difficult times. However, I've made contact with some, and I'm very happy about that. And some, I really don't know what they think. Would be nice to know what you do think or don't think. But, people do grow up and out of their youngster ages and their stupid ways and, forgive, forget, move on. Not everybody was a beauty queen way back then either, or a handsome hunk of burning love either. We all change and develop and grow into what we're supposed to develop into. So, for those who do remember me, please come on. And for those who didn't respond, well, I can't help that you don't respond in time. This is a fast-moving show, and I have to be fast and put people on who react and say, yeah, I'm getting on. You're on the list, don't worry. However, now, we're just going to take a step back and say, watch a good movie, watch a good comedy, stay with your family, stay close with those who are distant. Start doing the Zoom thing. Do a bi-weekly or every weekly Zoom thing with your family. It keeps people together, and that's what's most important, the togetherness. Okay? Distance apart, not with social media. Sending love and blessings out to all of you. I am getting so many phone calls right now, I'm going to disengage and start reacting to you folks. Okay, until the next Let's Talk with Cheryl Rose. Coming to you, baby dolls, stay sweet, stay sober, and do not worry. This quarantine is almost over. Love you all.